Hello and welcome back to Jack Knives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jack Knives. I figure since we've talked so much about A24, it only makes sense that we actually make it its own segment. So, starting today, let me introduce you to A24 time. Let's take a look at the new A24 dark comedy, Friendship. In Clovis, Colorado, a marketing executive named Craig Waterman has his life in constant flux until he meets and becomes friends with Austin, a quirky meteorologist. What starts off as friends becomes Craig's obsession as Austin finds out how unhinged this friendship will be. Those familiar with Tim Robinson's style of humor, it always seems to be turning a seemingly normal subject into an out of craziness what if scenario of what if it went so overboard that it almost becomes re-comical. Tim Robinson truly does feel like an unhinged person who desperately is in need of not just friends, but a change in pace in his life. And Paul Rudd, as per usual, comes off as a friendly, kind everyman. And here is no exception. He puts in more of a performance here than he did in, say, Death of a Unicorn, but it's basically Paul Rudd being Paul Rudd. A kind of charismatic, not necessarily smartass as per his usual style of humor, but the straight man in Tim Robinson's unhinged character. But what I love about this movie is Tim Robinson's unhingedness isn't entirely out of the realm of probability. Those who really have associated with people who have no social skills or no friends or no understanding of social cues, this movie kind of takes that to the nth degree. It's similar in a same vein as Jim Carrey's performance in Cable Guy, whereas that was kind of more vindictive, his is more genuinely unsure as to what he did wrong, because all he wants is this character to be his best friend, because he doesn't have any. And that wanting of friendship turns into almost obsession, but not neurotic obsession, more like, what do they got that I don't got? And honestly, that feeling of uneasiness is something that some of us may have related to. Granted, not to this extent, but it does kind of play off the, it's good to share, but at the same time, you have to understand that, people are people, and especially a character like Paul Rudd's, where you have to, be sociable. Tim Robinson, rather than see it as, hey, this is an opportunity to make new friends, he doesn't want to make new friends. He just wants him as his only friend because he feels like an entitlement to that person. And that's kind of something that's sort of relatable, but it doesn't feel too forced. And yes, this is somewhat of a dark comedy, but it's not like super dark. It's the right balance of dark humor and kind of unhinged fun, but practicality in the unhingedness. There's some things that did really make me laugh. A secret from Paul Rudd's character. I won't spoil anything. There's also some somewhat unrealistic things. Some stuff that's genuine. For instance, the relationship with Tim Robinson's character and his wife. If you are emasculated, if you feel less than, the wife kind of wanted someone to kind of step up, and at times he does, but his unsureness of himself kind of prevents him from kind of going forward. And because of that, you kind of feel sorry for the guy, but you also kind of understand why he's the way he is. It's honestly one of those movies that I feel is one of A24's best, and I feel that the production and the setting is done in a way that, honestly, it's just fun. I mean, granted, it's pretty dark, but it's fun in the practical sense. And for that, I would recommend checking it out. I give Friendship 4.5 out of 5. Have you seen Friendship? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'll see you next time.